ordinary everyday life, when you buy a particular, you go to a shop, you buy a product, they tested the product for you, you made payment, and you carried the product, you left, maybe you went to your house, or maybe you're still on your way, you discover that something is wrong with that thing that you have bought. You now go back to the shop. I don't know how many persons have experienced this. You go speak grammar, you go tire. The person will not even want to listen to you. You know why? Because he has transferred the risk that was with him before you made payment for those goods. He has transferred that risk to you. The moment he transferred ownership of those goods or that particular item to you, the risk moved from him to you. And that is why he's no longer bothered. That is the simple rule that is applicable in a contract of sale of goods. The law says that risk will remain with the seller. So at that point where that seller has not sold those goods to anybody, if anything happens to those goods, he will bear it by himself. But the moment anybody walks into that his shop and makes payment, takes possession, takes ownership, carries it and comes back again to lay complaint, it is no longer his business. Now the law is saying that at the moment where property or ownership is passing from the seller to the buyer, risk is also passing at the same time. So that risk that was in the seller prior to selling those goods will now move over to the buyer, the person who has made purchase. He is now carrying the risk. Anything that happens, any destruction, any loss, he will bear it. Now, the law is not looking at whether you have made delivery or not. So long as you have moved ownership, transfer, property transferred to the buyer, he has the risk. The buyer has the risk with him. Whether you as a seller, you have delivered the goods or not, whether you have delayed in the process of delivering the goods, the law is not looking at it. Risk has moved over to the buyer. Whatever happens, the risk stays with the buyer. Now, but what the law will now do is, at this point, look at who is at fault. If the seller is at fault that has occasioned the destruction or the loss or damage of those goods, the seller will bear the risk. If it is also the buyer who has occasioned or done something that has caused destruction to those goods, the buyer will bear the risk. That is why it's always, I tell people, seek counsel, seek legal counsel. Because when you know, you will do better. When you know, when you are informed, you will take the right steps. You will take precautions. Because people enter into business to make profits. So when you take the wrong step, or where you fail to take precaution, it will also impact on the level of profit that you make from that business transaction. Now, most people don't know this part, and you will not know. But Xivial is always bringing these things to your screen so that you will know and then do better. For as many that are in the business of buying and selling, we continue to bring information to your screen to help you do better, to help you take the right steps. This is Xivial Law Essence. This is where we give you premium legal tips to help you make informed decisions, live informed life, and discover the best version of yourself. We'll see you again.